Godzilla, Here There Be Aliens issue 2. Man, I've been enjoying this series, Here There Be Dragons, Sons of Giants, and now here we are with aliens. Like, I'm telling you. Now, I do miss Miranda, but I'm really liking Hernandez on artwork here. And we get this really cool cover with a bunch of little Hedoras covering up Godzilla. Looking really cool. Just an advertisement for a Shredder thing on the back. Looks pretty neat if you're invested in the turtle stuff. This is written by Frank Tieri. Angel Hernandez doing the artwork, as I said here, and it does work really well for the story, and it does fit that kind of pulpy vibe, and in that very much the aesthetic in the era. But yeah, I do miss that that Miranda artwork looked really good too. But I think this works really well for this, and we're kicking off here, seeing the aliens showing up, seeing the ship, and we get a little bit of a flashback as we see the Hedora monsters coming out and attacking the people, and the invasion of the Zillions, and them using Hedora. So very cool. Meanwhile, we're catching up with the folks who are informing our main fella here all about his involvement and the overall involvement with the Sons of Giants Kaiju cult, and involved in everything, and the Hedora creature and the Zillions and past invasions, because there have been many invasion attempts and they've all been thwarted. The latest being the one that inspired Wells to write War of the Worlds, and he just left out the Hedora part. Which I thought was funny. That's one of the fun, silly things about this series, is just seeing how you can play with history and inject just fun fan fiction headcanon by including all these different real people into your silly monster universe. I'm having a ball with it. My biggest complaint about this issue is there's no Godzilla action in it. We see a lot of monster action, but it's all Hedora doing stuff and tearing things up, mostly through flashback. Here we learn a little bit more about their kaiju cult, talking about who's involved in all the assassinations of people. And we land in Area 51, where we see the now completed Jet Jaguar robot, and wouldn't you know it, he was originally designed, it turned out, by Benjamin Franklin. I was not aware. Man, that is news to me. So, just having some fun with and playing with things, and how silly is that? It sure puts a dumb smile on my face, looking about the same as Jet himself there with that dumb grin. So we get a little bit of action with him launching off to go take care of some Hedora business, and he does pretty well for himself too, as far as like taking out these creatures. But we also get a cutaway to the Pentagon, where we see the head director fellow, who's really a Zillion, talking with the evil dudes from the main base, and we see all the monsters in store. So we got our Gigan, I love Gigan. He's just so goofy, like. But I find it interesting because, we got his buddy Megalon too, but we don't have a King Ghidorah. We got a Space Godzilla in the middle. So, like, that's an interesting twist on things. And so you're saying the Zillions have a Godzilla of their own. Maybe he's just a alien type of Godzilla. He's a Godzilla-ish creature from some other planet. I don't know. Because, it's obviously not the origin that we saw in the films with the possibilities that were given in them. But very cool. And we see Jet here coming in and just taking care of business, because he doesn't have the life force that all these Hedora creatures actually drain. And he's able to blast him right away. And one thing, a note too, I thought was really cool that they mentioned was that the main Hedorah that we encounter throughout history, the one that was considered Grendel in one of the past issues, that Hedorah is actually a offshoot that had left the main Hedorahs. It rebelled against the Zillions and has stayed on Earth, and so that's kind of its deal. And I thought that was pretty interesting and a fun twist on things. But we see that even though Jet was able to take care of the Hedorahs, boom, there's a Mecha Godzilla showing up, which is no good because, like, whew. Can Jet take care of a bunch of Hedorahs and a Mecha Godzilla? I don't think so. But the cover for next issue promises a fantastic team up and more Godzilla action. Because as I said, the only thing this issue was missing was Godzilla action. It had everything else. It had the good plot set up. It had good amount of action, great artwork, a decent bit of tension and drama. Like, it had everything going except Godzilla himself. So I'm really looking forward to that issue 3. That looks real cool. And on the back here we get the 2 covers. I love this when we get all the covers as a full page. So even if you didn't buy a variant cover, you still get it in a full page piece of artwork. And that looks so good with the Gigan just about to stomp on everybody. Man, if you imagine if you're going to be smashed by any kind of monster. I'd rather be smashed by a Gigan than smushed by a Hedorah, I'll tell you that. And then we get an advertisement for setting up new Godzilla series. We're getting some new Godzilla ongoings. That's cool. I'm going to be picking those up and checking those out for sure. Well, I've already talked about this book, but it was pretty darn fun. We got some Star Trek and Turtle stuff in the back. It's just all advertisements. But yeah, real good issue. I had a lot of fun with this. The whole premise is just an absolute delight, and I've enjoyed the first several miniseries in this. Honestly, I know they have a new ongoing and stuff going on now, but I would like just an ongoing set in this universe that's been set up. Like, it doesn't have to be a series of miniseries. I'd like to see this universe just play out on a month-by-month basis and have all the mysteries and conspiracies and things unfold around us, and always have a little bit dangling more, you know? And yeah, it's just such a great premise, and I think Frank Tieri's really been just like hitting home runs with this thing. It does read way better in collections and trade paperbacks than it does in singles, so maybe that's the reason for that in the miniseries format. But I think that's just because the plot gets condensed so well. Like, if you stretched everything out and fleshed it out, there's such a cool world. I just really like the mythology that's been set up, and I love the taking historical pieces and implanting the kaiju into it. It's really fun. But anyhow, thank you for joining me. Always love talking Godzilla stuff, and I'll be coming at you with more later. Cheers.